So, have you ever wished you could turn a wild idea into a video without a film crew? Imagine typing a dog skateboarding across Mars at sunset and getting a lifelike video of it moments later. Well, guess what? That's now possible. Welcome to AzBytes, the show where we discuss all things cloud and AI on Microsoft Azure. I'm John, and here with my co-hosts are Ty and Seema, and today we're going to dive into Sora 2 on Azure AI Foundry, a next-generation AI model that literally turns your imagination into reality.
Hi folks, I'm Ty, and yes, you heard John right. He does imagine about dogs on skateboards going across Mars at sunset, but it's all created with Sora 2, so you can create story-driven videos from just a prompt. This is OpenAI's latest text-to-video AI model. It's integrated into Azure AI Foundry, and it's in public preview. It lets developers and businesses generate videos from text or image prompts, and that is fantastic if I'm brutally honest. Complete with synchronized audio, advanced video creation, and built-in safety features. So basically, it's like having a mini studio, mini movie studio, should I say, in the cloud.
Hey, and I'm Seema. So think about it. Sora 2 can take a line of text or even an image or a short video clip and whip a video clip that looks surprisingly realistic. So, some of the use cases could be you want to, just in the construction side, you want to have some engineering ideas. You have got your images, which you want to, just build as part of the video, to showcase it to your end customer. So it understands context and even physics. So scenes follow real world logic, characters stay consistent across shots. And thanks to advanced world simulation, that skateboarding dog will actually obey gravity and friction. Believably, this is amazing. So as John was saying, you could whip up any video which you want. So in short, Sora 2 turns stream into moving pictures, all on Azure's secure, scalable platform.
No, exactly. And it sounds a bit like sci-fi, right? So, an AI director at your service, but it's real and it's here, So before we get stuck into some examples, let's unpack why Sora 2 is such a big deal for creators and developers. Azure AI Foundry, it's Microsoft's platform for hosting cutting-edge AI models for a start. And so Sora 2 is now one of its star players, I guess. So unlike some of the standalone AI tools, running Sora 2 on Azure means you're going to get that enterprise-grade security, compliance, that reliability all baked in. So not only can you create these cool videos that we're talking about, you can really do it in a way that's going to be safe and scalable for your business.
Absolutely. And guess what? Sora 2 packs some serious upgrades over earlier generations. For one, it's multimodal. So what does that mean? Not just text, you can feed it images, you can feed it short videos, and that's just a starting point. Guess what? That opens up loads of creative flexibility. Plus, the nicest thing is it can generate sound and dialogue in sync with the videos. So none of that lip syncing, which is weird and wonderful. It looks absolutely on point. And guess what? Multiple languages. How cool is that? So for the viewers and users, no more silent movies. It comes with full narration, sound effects, and different languages, like I've just said, with voiceovers. So that makes it huge for making content that's immersive and globally accessible. Seema, what do you think?
Amazing, absolutely on point, Ty. And let's not forget creative control. So you can guide Sora 2 with pretty detailed prompts. So, think about client profiling, think about your end user profiling. You can feed in those prompts to make it very, very specific. You can also want a specific camera angle or lighting style, just say so, and it tries to match it. Think of it like giving directions to your AI cameraman. Close-up shot of the hero's face, dramatic backlighting. Sora 2 gets those hints. It's still an AI, so you won't always get a Spielberg level scene on the first try, but it's impressively good at understanding the vibe you asked for. What do you think, John?
Yeah, no, absolutely, Seema. I guess Another big point here that we really should be considering is responsible AI. Okay, so because Sora 2 is now on Azure, Microsoft has laid in all those content filters, safety checks at really multiple levels. So what it means is that your screen and the prompts that you're using and the outputs, that there's no disallowed kind of content, and kind of far fewer those AI has gone wild moments, right? That's the last thing that we need. So basically every video has got this invisible watermarking for provenance, so you can tell it's AI generated. And for businesses, that trust and that safety element, it really is a must. And that's what Azure is delivering here as well, on top of all that great stuff.
And that's exactly what businesses need. So on the tech side then, it sounds pretty mind-blowing. In fact, it doesn't sound, it is pretty mind-blowing. Realistic video generation with image and video input support. We've got audio syncing, multiple language outputs, as we've just said. It's all secure on Azure. It all sounds really a little bit too good to be true. So Seema, perhaps you can help bring it to life with some practical examples. Who is and what is and who can use Sora 2?
Great question, Ty. So let's talk about use cases, because this isn't just about making cat or dog videos, though it can do that too. But Sora 2 can be a game changer in a bunch of fields. So let's start with possibly John. You can give an example. Let's start with you.
Yeah, no, thanks, Seema. Absolutely. I think, okay, look, let's take marketing as an example. Say you're launching a new product. So instead of spending weeks on a video shoot, a marketer could just type in a product spec, its vibe, upload a photo, and boom, Sora generates a slick promo video with your branding. Need it in a different language for global campaign? Not a problem. It can generate the voiceover in, say, Spanish or Hindi, or, straight on the fly. Crazily efficient, right? Ty, what do you think?
Do you know what? Bringing that to life in my mind is crazy. It just makes me daydream. I mean, if we think e-commerce, and a shop owner can ultimately feed it pictures of its produce or stock, it'll then create a short video maybe and do with 360 image spins of that particular maybe chocolate bar and add cool background music and considering it's all done automatically, it's just going to enhance and change people's interaction and shopping experience without blowing the budgets on huge studios.
Absolutely. And if I take storyboarding or, entertainment as an industry, so folks are like really buzzing about this. If you are a creative director brainstorming a movie scene, you can literally prototype it. Show a spaceship landing in New York City. Sora will render a quick clip of it. It's not going to replace Hollywood visual effects, but it's fantastic for visualizing ideas at early stages. So conceptualize it at very, very early. It's really, really good in doing that. You basically get to see your imagination, which can kickstart the whole creative process. What do you think, John?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, taking another quick example in education, for example, can really turn a dry lesson into something visually engaging. For the pupils, teachers could generate historical reenactment clips or science demos for their classes. If I had that in school, I might have actually paid a bit more attention in history class, right, Ty?
I doubt it very much. Anyway, let's come back to some of the constraints and limitations. I know that it sounds like we're creating magic with no constraints, but Sora 2 isn't for full-length movies. Well, not quite yet. And each movie or video is actually a short. So if we bring it back to the chocolate bar analogy, it's fun size, it's a snack size. That means each video is snack size as well, between 1 and 20 seconds long, absolute max. All right. This actually fits into most use cases, ads, demos, prototyping, learning clips, for instance. But we're not on about producing 2-hour, 3-hour long classic movies or reenacting movies. But we'll post links on where you can get more information. Seema, what do you think?
Absolutely. And also, while the visuals are impressive, and I'm very excited about it, so you can see me buzzing with it. They are capped at about HD resolution for 1080 pixel correctly. So that's actually pretty great for most of our needs. but don't expect like 4K Hollywood CGI quality at this stage. The tech is evolving fast though. Who knows? Maybe 4K and longer videos are on horizon as models and compute gets better. Again, we'll post the link for you to, go and, check the details later on. Hey, what do you think, John?
Yeah, and the last thing I'd add there is just remember about those safety features and filters that we talked about earlier. They do mean that some prompts might not work. Sora 2 isn't going to generate overt violence or anything against content guidelines. So honestly, that's a good thing, right? It keeps us creators from accidentally venturing into sketchy territory that we want to avoid, of course. So if you ask for something that's disallowed, Azure is going to politely refuse. So our advice would be keep it creative but responsible, folks. Okay.
100%, John, and that's on point. But let's bring it back a little bit so we can bring it, I suppose, to life a little bit more for us viewers. What's the big picture? Why does Sora 2 matter? Especially when we're saying that we're in a new era of video creation and it's going to become more accessible and as easy as accessible as document editing. So let's think about how text GPT models let everybody draft a story or code. Now, what does that mean? Well, if AI also lets you draft videos, it means the turnaround time for content has just been slashed potentially from months, weeks down to minutes, which has got to be good for productivity and for organizations. So what else does it mean? Well, if we want to do prototyping, we can do that faster. We can look at maybe marketing cycles and things of that nature. We can do them and provide images or content an awful lot quicker and faster. And you know what? The nicest thing is there's more creativity and room for experimentation.
Exactly. And it democratizes the creative process. You don't need to be a Pixar animator or have a studio. A good idea and a prompt, and you're off. Sort of frees up humans to focus on storytelling and higher level creativity while the AI handles the heavy lifting of rendering visuals. It's like having a creative partner that works 24/7 and never runs out of inspiration or coffee.
Absolutely. And I guess as well, Seema, from a business perspective, this can translate into real savings and agility. Need 10 different marketing videos to A/B test messages, generate them overnight. Want to localize that content for different regions, just change the prompt slightly and for each language version. The speed and scale that Azure is providing here could give, early adopters some serious competitive edge in engaging their audiences.
Right, guys, I want you to take a deep breath before we answer this one. So it wouldn't be AzBytes unless we throw a little bit of fun into the mix. So, John, Seema, if you guys could create any crazy video with Sora 2 right now, what would it be and what would you try?
Well, Ty, I probably already tried it, but something like Johnny Chip saves the world, right, alongside this giant AI robot in an 80s cartoon style. Don't laugh. I've already done that, but it's my historic moment, okay? I generate me a 10-second epic of me and a robot high-fiving after stopping an asteroid. Something like that, that could be a dream come true. Probably quite amusing to watch as well.
Amazing. That's hard to top, John. But maybe I could have like a short video to, test the prompt as I am going to conduct an orchestra where cats and dogs are going to be, playing on the moon, complete with music and zero gravity cat dancing. The fact that I can even consider that a doable thing is absolutely incredible.
It's not incredible, it's just crazy. Now, me personally, there's only one video that I'd like to see, and it's more of a dream, to be fair, and that's me winning the World Cup with England, with maybe, I don't know, flaming football scoring in the top corner. Slow-mos, absolutely the full shebang. But Sora 2, Sora 2 can make that happen. Certainly can.
I think we're gonna have to work on that now, Ty. To be honest, that'll be something I want to see. But look, I mean, look, from a serious point, these examples, they might sound silly, right? But they kind of show how far creative tech has really come. A year ago, this would have been pure fantasy. Now we can actually prototype these mini stories for real and get Ty winning the World Cup, right? So it's not just for fun. The same tech is empowering businesses and creators to innovate like never before.
Absolutely well said, John. We're truly at a point where imagination is only limitation, like it's beyond what you can imagine. So you can imagine, and Sora too can, put that to conceptualize it and, just show how well your imagination is going to, play. But of course, Sora 2 is still new, so it's still in preview, and we'll discover its quirk as more people try it out. But the trajectory is very, very clear. AI is revolutionizing content creation, and Azure AI Foundry is making sure it's enterprise ready, responsible, and accessible to those who want to build with it. What do you think, Ty?
Absolutely. And you know what, guys? I think that's a good point to maybe start looking to wrap up. But as always, a couple of golden nuggets. All right. So things to remember: Sora 2 lets you generate videos from text, other input sources, and it's got realistic visuals and sound. It integrates into Azure, so it's got all the security and scale that you like and love. And use cases can come from marketing to e-commerce to education to entertainment and anything that you can be creative with. Use your imagination. And do you know what, guys? It's actually pretty cool and fun to use, which is a random combination, really, when you think around enterprise tech and the creative boost we get from it.
No, absolutely. I couldn't have summed it up better. So I guess, look, bit of a call to action now. So if you're excited, as clearly we are, give Sora 2 a try. You can find it in Azure AI Foundry's model catalog. You will have to sign up for public preview if you haven't already. And I believe it's currently available in East US too. So look, experiment with a prompt or two. See what awesome clips you can create. Drop them to your colleagues and friends and, do all of those wonderful things that we've all talked about tonight. Drop us a comment, more importantly, below. Let us know what you made. Share your videos below. We'd love to see them all.
And guys, also don't forget to like this video and subscribe to AzBytes for more cool AI and cloud stories. We have a ton of exciting tech to share, from AI models to developer tools, and you don't want to miss it.
And until next time, remember to keep innovating, but now with using your imagination. And who knows? Your next crazy idea might be that little short story and video on the big screen made with AI.
Absolutely. So thank you, guys. That's it for today's episode of AzBytes. Thanks so much for watching. And as always, stay Azurious.
Bye.
Bye.